What's up, everybody? Spare with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. When we left off in the last episode, we were having some issues with the walkways up in here. We finally managed to get this somewhat squared away to where we can walk in and out of here and made this kind of an entryway. The problem area is over in this section and this section where we couldn't do anything because of ramps, right? I think I might have found a solution for that, and that is through elevators. The reason that these work is mostly because of the fact that we can get rid of the ramps, and that will clear up some space that we can work with. Not so much from an aesthetic standpoint, but from a collision standpoint, that we won't have some of the space that the ramps take up getting in the way. So what I'm working on here, down here, I moved it over one just for testing purposes. I'll probably move it back over again later. Is these... where are they? These. They're... nope, not that. They're glass elevators, and whichever way you put them on the floor is, wherever they're on the floor, is they're going to extend outward. Like, well, we'll get on here. And then when we hit the little pedestal button... come here. I like playing without a crosshair, but it makes it hard to see what's going on. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to hit that button. I don't know why the inventory screen doesn't take very long to open up for me anymore once I've opened it. Like, when I first boot the game up, it takes forever. But if I leave it that way, then it doesn't actually take very long to open it again. For some reason, button panels, however, are very different. That when you hit, like, basically go, like I want to reset the, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I have it off because I was messing around with some stuff. Some different ways we could work with this. Oh, there it goes. Alright. So you move up, and it's just this little platform, which is really cool. And then you can end up next to the walkway, and you can just walk on out, which is really neat. And I think this button is still configured. Now, the one part that's weird is going back down. When you're going back down... no? Oh, there it is. Okay. For some reason, that's not working. Well, I'll explain it while I... this is a good example, though, that when you go to set up the actions for the button, it, like, completely hangs for, like, a minute. So yeah, what it's basically doing is giving us a way to get around getting up this high while not having to worry about the ramp. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, it's... wait. Wait. Why are you nowhere? Oh, okay. I was screwing around with some of this stuff. Let me, bridge, elevator. Let's change this back. And where's the button pedestal? I had been working with some programming block stuff to see if I could get it to work. There we go. So it was a ownership thing. This is the only weird part. You get this weird stutter when you're going back down. It's like you're constantly trying to fall. But going up is fine. Now you'll see these platforms and go, what is this for? It's an idea that I've been working on once I started messing with this system, is to create a means to where you have one elevator that extends all the way up to the top, but then through programming blocks and such, and timer blocks, controlling it to where it'll stop, like, halfway up if if you push this button, then it'll stop halfway up. You know, things of that nature. And then there would be another button up here that you could push, and then you'd go all the way up. It's an idea that I had. I don't know if I'll continue it, or if I'm just going to have one long elevator ride up and be done with it. Now we come to this part, which is both good and bad. Now, as you can see, I was thinking of doing that here as well. For this episode, I don't believe I'm going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and put a catwalk piece. Oh, I can't do that because of the elevator. The elevators are like airtight hangar doors that they take up as much room as they're going to take up as soon as you place them, type of thing, so that you don't have any problems with that. Now, immediately, we kind of fix this immediate problem by doing it this way. We can put a we can put a one block elevator here. It'll take us up. Everything's hunky-dory. Now, the bad part is this area is still covered by catwalks, which means we cannot fill in this space. This is the part that's driving me the most nuts. And it's also what led to this style of thinking of multiple floors, because then basically I could essentially cap this here and not have to worry about, and this would just be the way that you get out onto the well, maybe not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I want to do this. Now, actually, well, hold on. Hold on. Now that I think about it, if we flip this, if we flip-flop these, it would actually solve most of our problem, I think. Alright, let's try that. Let's try that theory. Eventually, in the long run, I would actually like to have, as I said, a, where'd that go? There we go. Eventually, in the long run, like I said, I would like to have a single elevator that, ooh, I didn't even think about that. What we could do is as a full button panel, like this, mayhaps. Oh, that's only available, wait. Is not available for large ships. Well, nuts. You can use these one button panel. I don't know what that one is. There's a button pedestal. What are you? Are you a single button? Okay, that's interesting. So, not what I want. Wait a minute, how did you end up over there in the middle of the thing anyway? This one is... Oh! Oh my! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buttons. Oh! Well, that could work. Didn't realize they had one like that. This is the standard button panel, and then this is a single button. So we could do like a panel here, just hypothetically, and then you could have floor 1, 2, 3, 4, pass the arguments to a programmable block. The programmable block determines, I don't know, maybe like a timer delay, like per button. Well, I'd have to work out how long it takes each floor. Like, hypothetically, I think it takes about 5 seconds-ish, 4.5 seconds to get to this floor. So then it'd be 10 to 9 seconds to get up to this floor. And then in between here, you would have, I don't know, maybe a second or two delay for this entrance. So you could do something like that, and then we could have a single elevator. For now, I'm not going to plan on that. For now, what I'm going to do is make more than one. And the way that I intend to do so is by getting rid of these two blocks here. We're going to get rid of that one. So again, this is more of a temporary thing because we need to resolve this issue so we can move on. And we're going to change all of this. This is not going to be here. And you'll just have to bear with me a minute because it will make sense, I promise. It will make sense. This won't be there. No. And then this will be a platform. We need to change this. Oops, I didn't mean to get rid of that one. Oh well. I need a T-junction. Oh, that's 4. Okay. And now here we'll just put a corner. And here we'll put a corner. Okay. Now... Actually, you know what? Let's move this over. I think. Oops! Dang it. I'm just making a mess of things. I'm trying to get rid of that control panel. Alright, we're gonna leave that there for now, because I've got to figure out... Oh! Is that a 3 block? No, that's an edge. How did I do that? I didn't mean to do that. Alright, we're gonna bring this back a ways. Why can't I put that there? Whoops! That was an oops. Why won't you let me put that there? Whatever. I think that... Oh, I deleted the catwalk that was attached to, and so it threw the flooring out of whack, I think is what happened there. I'm just going to put these here as spacers for now. Yeah, it's going to end up doing the same thing. Okay, so now I should be able to build on that. Yeah, so that's what happened. It got loose. Alright, so what I'm thinking here is basically having... Okay, this is already an edge. That's good. This isn't actually entirely necessary, now that I think about it. I could go all the way over to this. Maybe. Not sure about that one. We're going to leave it for now. Now, what I want to do is sort of fill this back in. But what we're going to do is take this into account here. So we're going to put this here. And let's do... I need an opening for the elevator. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's change this around a little bit. So, what's happening here is I'm trying to give myself just enough room that we can cover this up without causing any weird issues. Now, for down here, because this row is going to see this, we're going to put that there. And then bring this around like this. Bring this like that. That's not where I wanted it. Oh, the elevator's in the way. And I'm just going to clear most of this out, actually. I've been experimenting, so this is kind of cluttered and messed up. That isn't a horrid idea either. It's whatever. What I was thinking there was whether or not I should bring this further out. So that when you're riding up the elevator, you never see this. And you would just go straight up and over. But it's not really a big deal, so I'm not really worried about it. And we'll seal this in here. And now this section will kind of be doing the same thing. Like so. Flip that, put that there. Now granted, the outside's going to look a little weird. Inside, we're going to try and fix some stuff. We're just doing some polishing. But I think we finally found a solution to this. Alright. Now, what I need is... I need a 3... And we'll fix these catwalks down here too. Some people were suggesting using the, like, bridges to do stuff. I don't remember if that was this last episode I posted or if it was the one before it. But, as you can see, any block, modded or not, that works off of the airtight hangar framework, which is what a lot of elevators, bridges, all that kind of stuff in modding, they all use that kind of framework as a base mod. You can see here I can't place this because of that control panel, because it has to allow for the amount of space that the bridge actually needs. Now if I turn this, now it'll let me place it because there's nothing in its way. So this doesn't really help when you're trying to get something like, I need it to be a certain way and then go under that or get into its space, because it still won't let you put anything in its space, just like as if you were trying to build. It would be no different from me taking these catwalks and just doing a controlled drag. You know, it's still not going to allow you to collide with other blocks. And some people had suggested to fix this problem under here, flipping the catwalks, which would have done this. It would have worked for the ramp. I'll show you. Because as an example, say this part we're coming off of this and this part we're coming off of this. With this ramp, we would have to have the extra space block, which was causing our problem, at the bottom. You can note that it's under the block that we need. So if we were to do like this is what you would have to do to connect the normal ramp, but that puts the empty block down, so you can't put any block under the ramp. Some people were suggesting to flip the catwalks like this, and then you would essentially be flipping the ramp to where the open block is up top. Truth be told, if I'm being 100% honest, I don't know if that's not the way the catwalks are supposed to go and not go this way. I don't know for a fact whether or not this is actually the proper way to do the catwalks and these are the bottom, or if this is the bottom and this is the top of the catwalk. I honestly don't know. All I know is in the thumbnails, if you look really close at the thumbnails, you can see that it has the space with the 3 notches on the front and the back end, not the reverse that's just like a grade, or yeah, grate type thing. That's what leads me to believe this is actually the top of the catwalk. Collision box wise, this way makes more sense because you're actually inside the block. Now, it may or may not make sense actually now that I think about it, because if you did it this way you couldn't put anything on top of it. That was the problem with this, is it would cause me to have to, if I was going to flip the catwalks, I would have to redo this whole thing and nothing would be flush to the ground as it stands. So that's the only problem with that. Alright, back to this. So theoretically, we would come up here, and this is going to be our entryway, and then we drop down, and we can walk through here, blah 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 blah, da 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 da, yada yada yada, and everything's all closed off and sealed and looks fine. We do have an issue here a bit, I think. And I say I think because I'm not sure that it would actually cause a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change out this one. See, we had these computers up here. This is the floor of the throne room area. Oops. Oh, okay, never mind. But it's also the floor down here. So what I'm going to do is spin these and place them like this. Let me see what that looks like. So actually, other than the glossiness of the NM blocks and the fact that this shows different than this, there's really no difference. And we don't have any other blocks showing, so let's just go ahead and make this last one over here one of these as well. And we'll do the same thing here. Oops, crud. I think I only had the one there. Or computer-wise, I mean, I think there was only one computer thing there. Alright, so visually we see no difference. But underneath here, when we drop down, we'll see a big difference because now we actually have hallways. So that's awesome. This is all set up hunky-dory now. We haven't fixed this wall, but that'll probably change depending on the hull structure. All this works. I do think if we keep this, I do think I'm going to switch it to the glass. Actually, let me go ahead and do that so that we can get a visual idea of what that would look like. I know I have the glass sections in here somewhere. Nope. Dang it. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. That's the corner. Well, I guess now that we have things visible, we could do that. I don't know if I like that one or not. We'll go with it. I'm going to work in stages where this one is one way, this one's another. If we change things here and we like it, we'll switch it to this, and then, you know, that kind of thing. So for now, let's go ahead and put these in. For uniformity's sake, I am going to put one here as well. Though, I think, let's try this on this side. But what I'm going to do is do a normal corner here. And here. And we'll need to get rid of these computers. There's that one. So two schools of thought here, basically. And we'll just test out to see which one we like better. This one, we've got the corners visible, which once the hallways are done, this might actually look cool. Because once the hallways are done, you could actually see all the way around into the hall. Same over here. So that could be kind of cool. This side over here is more the school of thought of this is sealed and this is just a window for you to look in while you're walking by. So we'll see which one we end up preferring. I don't know why I didn't end up making this a 4 split. I think it's because originally I wasn't anticipating putting a room back here, but I think I'm going to have to at least bring it in and close it off. So now the elephant in the room is this section. And I say that because I think I can end this here. Maybe. Oh wait, that's the door. Wait a minute. Oh, I came out too far. Whoops. Nope. Dang, damn it. Alright, there we go. So this should now be going up here. We'll need a 4 split. And what I meant by the elephant in the room is now I've got to figure out structurally how we're going to do this part. I'm kind of thinking of doing it, trying to kind of follow suit. But see, I don't know what the internal walls of this room are going to look like because we haven't done it yet. So for now, just for now, we're just going to make it like this. And I don't know why my frames all of a sudden just decided to plummet for no apparent reason. Let's just give ourselves a buffer there. I don't know how that's going to end up. And again, for now, it's temporary. Let's just go ahead. I can't... Oh, boy. See, that's the problem with these catwalks, is you can't put anything under them, which makes for an aesthetic challenge like, whoa. If this were, in fact, another catwalk area, like if we had another floor here, wouldn't be that big of a deal. But we don't, so this is kind of a proof of concept more, I guess, than anything, so we'll just leave it for now, I suppose. Just to test out if we want it to do this and if it would work. Okay, so what we're going to need is 2 different elevators. I need a 4 here, which should go up all the way. It did before. Now, we want it to go 1 less here, so we're going to do a 3. And this is the way you could kind of do things if you wanted to do it manually, like having a different length elevator for each floor. I personally want to try and find a solution for making 1 long elevator shaft that can just go beep and then you're up, you know. But that's me. Alright, so now what we're going to need is a baton. Now, what I don't know, this is another thing I wanted to confirm. Yeah, see, here's a good example. You can't put, like, the fake lighting and stuff in the elevator shaft because it needs a certain amount of space. Unless we made it bigger, but I don't really want to do that. If we made it a 3x3 room with an elevator in the center, that'd be different. I don't particularly want to do that just because it's a lot more space than we need to take up. If for some reason it just worked out that that was the only plausible way to do it, then we'll do it that way. But I personally don't really want to do it that way. I've also thought about, now that we're working with different pistons and things, I've also thought about putting this on a piston and bringing it up and down to where it'd be like, you know, the Emperor leaves and just, you know, that would be kind of interesting. Alright. Buttons, 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 buttons. I need a button, I need a button. Let's go ahead and put... for now we'll just do singles. I was gonna say I wanted to put like a button panel so that you could say I want to go... Well, tell you what, we'll put a panel for this one so that we can pick what floor we want. can I reach all the buttons from here? Okay, you kind of can. It's a little derpy. I'd have to change this around if we were going to do an all-in-one elevator, but for now this is fine. And this one... Oh, I can reach it over here. Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to warn you guys about. If you're building with catwalks, and you do a one-to-one walkway, or floor, so literally it's catwalk on top of catwalk, if you put an elevator block, which is technically on the catwalk block, you now no longer have a full block to walk under. And what I mean by that is this. If I put a catwalk right here, like so, you can walk under it. There's still just enough room for your head that your character can walk under the catwalk. So it makes for seamless flooring. You're like, do, all's well and good. If, however, you place another block like this on top of the catwalk, now you don't have enough room between the roof catwalk and the elevator to walk between. So this part we can walk in and out of. But you'll notice if I try and walk on this, I can't get on the elevator. And vice versa. If I'm up here, I can't get off of the elevator by walking through it. And actually you can kind of get yourself stuck. And you have to finagle your way out. So that's why up here on this one, you'll notice we come up one, step off, and then I didn't put a catwalk thing above here so that we'd have a seamless transition that then we can walk up and down through. So there's that. Ooh, where am I? And just for aesthetics, I'm gonna go ahead and put... no, I'll leave that out. Alright, so I'm going to pause it because these buttons take forever to set up, and then we're going to test it out and we'll wrap this episode up. Alright, time for experimentation and testery. So this is for the third one, so we're going to open this. We should ride off into the sunset. Kerplunk. So again, because we're here, we can walk off and not have any issue, but if there were a block on this one, we couldn't do that. So bear that in mind when you're trying to design your elevators, that if you're working with catwalks, sometimes they can do that. Ooh, I missed a spot. Ooh. Not a huge fan of that, but I'm not worried about it. The reason this is actually the upper hallway, so to the left is a wall. So I don't want to actually put a T-junction there because then it looks like you're going into a pathway into the wall, which is just weird. Okay, and while I'm right here, this has kind of been bugging me a little bit. Let's just go ahead and fix this. At least that far. I don't know if I'll do the whole thing or not, but I mean, just at least that much. And... we'll do this. We'll do that. Mostly so that we can get a proper gauge on how this would look and which one we like better. So this is kind of cool. I sort of like that. Again, once that wall's done and that wall's done and you're not looking off into the distance, I mean, that's kind of a cool idea. Not so thrilled about this one. But again, this isn't done either, so who knows? I might change my mind. This way works too. I do kind of like the glass corner one. It just makes things feel a little bit more open. And of course, theoretically, depending on how all this is set up, we could do a whole wall with the glass ones so that you could see, you know, the whole thing. But that'll just depend on all the hallways. Now, one issue we might have is return buttons. Oh, no, I can put that there. Okay. Oh, and I can put one here just because there's no block above us. Alright. I do think I'm going to... I do think I'm going to put it, like, here. And then this one we'll probably put... Oh yeah, that goes up there. Maybe, like, up here. I don't know. Maybe this one would be better served on this side to match the other one. Alright, so this one works. As it should. I don't have the return button set up. I don't really feel like pausing it again to fix that. Again, this could be an issue just because you're basically seeing into another platform, but if we end up fixing it to where it's an all-encompassing elevator, it shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, I think we got that finally fixed. Now we could work on some other projects, because this hallway type area is done for the command systems. Again, eventually I'd kind of like to do an all-encompassing, like start here. Instead of using this shaft, I'd like to use this one, and just have it set up to where when you push the button, it depends on what floor you clicked on as to where you end up, kind of thing. But let me know what you guys think about all that in the comments. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace!